Hi, my name's Naomi, and I'm going to do a demonstration speech about how to write a story. Have you ever wanted to make the best story ever, and then you decide, how can I make the best story ever? I can't help you with that, but I can help you make the most awesomest, coolest, funniest story ever. My name's Naomi, and I'll give you 10 easy steps. Not 20, 10 easy steps. Let's begin. Always prepare your materials and your brain. But before I begin with my first step, make sure you're in a comfortable place where there's no noise. Unless you like the noise, which is weird. Anyway, let's start. Always think of a genre first. It can be fantasy, horror, comedy, science fiction, etc. Anything that you can write about. Carry a notebook and a pen with you at all times, so you can have so if you have an awesome idea, you can jot it down. Do others' opinions matter? It's up to you to ask others their opinion. But make sure your opinion always comes first. You can have as many genres as you want. The next thing you need to know is character development. You always need to have main characters and side characters too. Always having side characters with a backstory is very cool. Your story can revolve around different characters to tell their side of the story. Always give your characters a name, age, and a backstory. The third step is what your setting and time is in. It can be in any time. Make sure you research the dates if you write your story in the 1800s or the 1900s. When you do your settings back in the day, make sure you research the fashion of clothes they wore. You can also search their dialect or the language that they used. Making a synopsis, step number 4. It always depends on what kind of genre you want it to be. If you're stuck, then think of something that you always dreamed as a child, but by adding more realistic characters. Let's say you want to make it a comedic story. You can have other genres, but make sure you actually have funny jokes or lines in it. The choice is yours. Step number 5. A title is really important. Sometimes give hints to the main topic or synopsis of the book. Caution, do not give away any hints in the synopsis. If you want to, that's fine, but it adds more suspense to it. In case you want to make it a series, have similar names so the readers know they have a next book to read. Step number 6. Wow, look how far we've gotten. Step number 6 is revising, one of the most important things you need to use in life. Revising takes a lot of work, but don't let it stress you out. Take it from me, the more stress that you have on your mind, the less you want to do your writing. It's always nice not to have grammar or dialect errors in your story. Editing can take a lot of work also, but if you don't feel like doing it, get your own editor. Getting a bad editor has some consequences. They might not change the character's name, but they might change their whole entire backstory. Would you want that? I don't think so. Or they can make it into a whole other genre, something that wasn't on your mind. Editing it yourself helps so you can choose your story. Is it cliche or nah? Some authors usually have books that literally reenact another story, but with a different synopsis or a different kind of genre. Once upon a time, in a far, far away land, on a dark and stormy night. All the same boring and cliche thing. Unless you can make it work, then yeah, you're all good. Be unique. It shows your real personality. You can have a book called A Million Other Things in My Heart, or a book called My Heart and a Million Other Things. Same difference. Step 9. Read it over. I know, it's almost the same thing as revising, but just ask yourself, does this make sense? Would people actually read this? Did I have enough backstory details? If yes, then that's good. Then move on to step number 10. If no, then dig a hole. Wow, I'm surprised. I actually thought you wouldn't make it. You know what? Good job. When you decided you like your story, publish it or hang up and press 1. If you're trying to decide, A, hurry up. B, you're so slow. And C, and that concludes my demonstration speech. Thanks.